Welcome to G3, Games, Gadgets, and Guests, an audio and video podcast from 702 Communications. I'm your host, Brian Cromit. We've got a game episode for you today, and for today we've broken out the PlayStation again, and we're going to play a little Horizon Zero Dawn. This is a PlayStation-only title. It's gotten really good reviews pretty much everywhere on the internet, so we decided to give it a shot, and we're going to show you just a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is a single-player game, and it's set in the far distant future. We're in a land where it's post-apocalyptic, but it's way post-apocalyptic because we've gone through, and it's definitely in the future because there are machines, there are robots, but man and society has reverted to a very primitive tribe-like state. So you, as the main character, your name is Aloy, and when the game first starts, you're a very young girl, and it introduces you to your protector, to your foster father, and you two are outcasts. You've been cast out of the tribe, and of course there are some downfalls to not being part of the tribe. You get some story, you get some indication of why you guys were outcasts, and of the sacrifices that had to have been made because of that. Fast forward 10 years or something like that, and you are able to compete in these trials to become part of the tribe. I'm not going to give everything away there, but I'll let you play that on your own. But suffice to say, at this point, we are part of the tribe, and we are going out and doing some adventuring, doing some quests. So as we boot up here, boot up time does take a while. It is a pretty large game, so I've got you here at the main menu structure. So we're able to look at a couple different things here. First, I'm going to point out the skill tree. There is a skill tree for your character, and you can, as you go through, you can level up and develop different skills, different abilities as Prowler, different abilities as Brave, and different abilities as Forager. You're going to see some of this as we start to play, but just want to throw that out there that there is this tree that you can customize based on your own gameplay. Obviously, you've got your inventory screen, you've got weapons and outfits and modifications and all of that. There is also a crafting that happens in this game, so you make yourself more ammunition, you make yourself bigger ammo packs and stuff like that. You make your own traps, you make your own healing potions with stuff that you collect. Here's the map interface, and it shows you where you are, and it shows you where different points on the map that may be different villages or save points or merchants. So you can see a lot from the map. You also can fast travel in the map. And then here's your active quests. So we're gonna activate. We can see what our main quests are. We can see what side quests or errands or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just activate this side quest right now. And then we'll back out. And so we're just at a save point. These campfires are the save points. And this is a third-person game. And here we see the main character, Aloy. And as you scroll around, you can see on the compass up top where your different points of interest are. So open the map again. I can see that we need to head south, and I'm just gonna put a waypoint there because sometimes it helps to have a waypoint. Nope, still lost. Okay, going this way. So as we go into the village, so okay, let me just say that this game is beautifully rendered. There's a lot of the game mechanics that work really, really well. Travel is one of the things that I find tedious in the game. Like I say, there are some fast travel options, but they do consume different resources to fast travel, and so you do spend some time, or at least I spend some time, running around. At this point in the game, like I say, I'm about 10 hours in. You can summon a horse. Oh, I've run into trouble there. So here we go. I guess we're gonna have combat right away. I need to switch to a weapon that might hurt this. So there's dodging, there's timing, there's melee attacks, there's ranged attacks. You do have the ability to scan and look for weaknesses on the various machines, and once you have, you can see like different highlighted points where you can that you should target when you're in battle. We managed to defeat this one, and so anytime you defeat a creature, this is actually a strider, and if I wouldn't have run up on it all willy-nilly, I could have reprogrammed it and made it my own horse. So I'm going to be a little sneakier here now and see if there are any other ones. Along the way, you're going to see different herbs, different crafting components that you want to pick up. Let's go ahead, and I'm just scanning here to see if there are any other machines in the area. And of course, I killed the only strider that I could have used. So we're off and running again. So again, the storyline, there's a main storyline that you need to basically, you're on a vengeance, and it's your responsibility to save the tribe. And we're doing that by investigating, by there was a major event, and we need to find the people that were behind this great evil event, betrayal. Oh, there was another one. So if I can get somewhere and hide, there is a certain amount of time. Right now, there's an indicator right below the compass. If you'll notice, right now it's a closed eye. Oh, it saw me. So that's what the wide open eye is showing. Now I'm gonna hide again because machines. Yeah, there's a bunch of them over there. Because machines have a limited attention span. So if one's alerted to your presence and you can sneak away and hide in the tall brush, then it'll stop looking for you eventually. What I'm trying to do at this point is get close enough, because I've got an ability that will let me reprogram one of them if you get close enough. I just have to wait until they're not all looking for me. So part of this game is waiting. You can't just charge in to every situation and expect to live through it. You do, as you're walking through, a part of the crafting is picking up different medicinal herbs and such, so you can, as long as you've got those in your medicine pouch, you can heal. I just pressed up on the direction pad to be able to do that. And so, as we get Strider a little closer here, I should be able to override it. There we go. And once I've got it reprogrammed, then I can ride the thing. And that's a lot better than walking. You can go into combat then. Using your newly reprogrammed machine, you can go into combat. So that's handy, especially when you face larger monsters. So like I say, this is one of the things that I don't love about this game is how it takes so long to get from place to place. We can also hunt animals for food and for different components. Like I'll need, well, I'll show you here. When we go to collect, you got different meat that you get from a boar, You got fatty meat, you got bony meat, and all of those go into the crafting menu for different things. You do have different weapons. I've just shown you a couple different that we could use. I'm gonna hop back off here and I'll show you that. You have a weapons menu. So we've got our bow, and that's got a couple different kinds of arrows. We've got another bow, because you can only shoot shock arrows with that kind of bow, and a trip caster that'll actually let you deploy traps, and then you can put out different traps with your slingshot. So a number of different weapons, and depending on what you're facing, you can see if something is strong or weak to that particular type of weapon. So like this grazer, you can see it's got different yellow highlighted parts, and if we were to go into combat, we would want to target those areas. That worked a lot better. Okay, so that's basically the combat aspect of the game. Is you've got your ranged attacks, you've also got your melee attacks, and that's basically what this is. So I'm gonna go back to the map here quick. I've selected different quest. I'm gonna head back the way I came. This time I've got a horse though. I'm gonna ride it straight through town. When you get to town, you've got some different options. Oh, I can't. My horse can't go in town. Once you enter town, you've got a couple different options. There will generally be a merchant there. Some of the supplies that you've found along the way, you're going to want to sell. And then some other weapons will be available for purchase. So obviously there are benefits to being inside the safety of town. Let's stop here again. This is one of the things that I have trouble following, honestly, in this game is the navigation. So I knew I wanted to be there to follow this trail. I'm setting myself another marker here so I can try to get back on this trail. Since I've got a horse, I'm not going to worry too much about those deer creatures. If I were wandering around on my own, I would want to be more careful because they can do an awful lot of damage. Alright, so we're just moving up here. And now I can see that 500 steps from my objective. So again, as you're walking around, I can see that there's, when I activate my scanner, I can see that there's other creatures, and sometimes you'll come across new.
I think I could override even machines like you.
Oh, like that one. I probably don't want to stand around for right now, but I might want to take a closer look because I don't know if I'm familiar with this machine. So this one, it's telling me that it's strong against electricity, but it looks like it's got some different points here that I could definitely target. Before I go into something that might be a big battle, I'm going to go ahead and go into crafting and ammo, and I'm gonna have to make myself some more arrows all of a sudden because I'm out. And I'm gonna make some more of these fire arrows because I'm out. And even though it's not weak against the shock arrows, I'm gonna make those. So I don't really like this part. I don't really like this part of how I'm hiding in the weeds and suddenly I need to make myself some arrows before I can fight something. But since that's the way it works, that's what I'm doing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's bad. That is a strong machine. In fact, this might be time to run away. And so I did. It's taken a little bit of riding, but we've gotten to the area here where I need to be. So the mission that we're on here is to clear corrupted zone. And so what's going on in the game at this point is something has been taking over these machines and making them more aggressive than they have been in the past. And so in order to make things safe, I've agreed to go ahead and clear out these corrupted zones. When we've got these particular machines that have already been taken over by something else, I'm not able to make them my allies. Okay, there we go. Got all kinds of them, though, to take out. So, I'm going to find some good terrain. There's a little patch of tall grass I can hide in right here. So I will. I do have an ability that I can attract one. It's kind of a taunt thing. I'm going to take down the Watchers, which is what I just did. Because they will summon others. Oh, and that's some sort of machine that I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to run away from that one. Yes, part of the game is running away. I need some sort of tactical advantage. And people who are good at this game are probably at this point carefully setting traps and stuff like that. I am more about running away until I can find a good place to attack again. Oh! That's not good. Oh! And I got wiped out. So, it'll take me back to the campfire that I last saved at, and I'll get to try the whole thing again. A lot of the reason, I mean, there's a lot of elements in this game that make it something that I really should enjoy. The different elemental weapons is something that I am really a fan of ever since the Borderlands days. I've really loved having a good fire weapon, having a good shock weapon, having a good whatever. That the inclusion of that aspect should be good for me. Being able to customize my skills to my own play style, that should be good for me. Having this big map with all these different main quests and side quests really should be good for me too. So I can't exactly tell you why I don't love this game. Part of it is because it's third person. I'm really a first person kind of guy. Part of it is because it does still seem tedious for me to get across the map from point A to point B. And part of it, honestly, is just the story. I'm kind of interested to see why the things happened that have happened and what happens next, but I'm only kind of interested in it. So, bottom line, I don't know if I'll finish Horizon Zero Dawn, but there's a lot of people out there that are enjoying it. I'm seeing scores of like 90% plus from some of the other reviewers out there. So this could just be a game that I'm not digging, but you might. So if you're looking for everything that I just said this game has, and you want to give it a shot, it is a PlayStation only title. Like I say, it is getting a lot of good reviews, so I might just be the naysayer here, but I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy it. Read your own reviews, watch your own other gameplay, and make your own decision on that. So I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn, or quite a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn that you saw here. And again, we're everywhere that you need us to be for your podcast content. Like us, follow us, share us, subscribe. We'd love to see you for episodes in the future. And until next time, I'm Brian Cromhead. This is G3. Game on.